I said, are you ready? Woo!
Good.
What's up,
sir? Nothing. How's it going?
Good. You like my little tail microphone?
I do. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone be mic'd up on their hat before. This might.
Well,
you're a trendsetter.
These are the TikTok mics you can get on TikTok Shop for about $13 a piece. They have about a 60-foot range or more. I only went 60 feet to tell, but you can also put them on stupid things like your hat, and you can still hear. Hopefully.
Okay. So after this is over, you need to go back to this, and we need to snip that out, and you need to post that as a TikTok.
Okay.
And then you might get paid for it.
We might.
I keep wondering, like, it'd be a good thing, I think, but I obviously have Mr. Hunter Hearst Helmsley's voice and Ric Flair's woo. I was like, well, if we get sued, at least if nothing else, like they know we exist now. It's kind of cool. So
I think they have to send a cease and desist order first. I think before they.
So
you get like a warning. You get a warning letter. We'll change it, and then we'll be like, "Hey, we got a warning letter," and like show it, and then
they know we're here.
We exist. They want us to shut it down, so we'll just do it.
They do not like it, but they know we're here.
It would just be you and I's voices of going, "Are you ready?" And then woo!
No. I said, yeah, I think we can do that. And then you just yell the woo. Yeah. They can't trademark words just because you say it in the same verbiage, as long as it's you. Isn't that how Edge got away with the "you think you know him" or whatever on his entrance? Because he had his wife do it on the new one.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not trademarking as a whole.
I think that's how they got away with it, because it's not like you can't really you can't trademark someone saying "are you ready?" Like that, like you could ask your kids if you're ready for school. So what? I'm going to get sued because I asked my kids if they were ready to school. Like, and then I yell, "Are you ready?" And then Triple H is going to show up at my door with a cease and desist.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I know you can trademark some things.
Okay, like keep pushing.
I keep pushing. No. But we had a busy week in wrestling this week.
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Full disclosure, you're going to be teaching me wrestling this week because I feel like I have been busy every day, and I caught up on highlights, and then I actually learned that you can use AI to get a summary of what happened too. So I got the gist of what happened, but you're going to be teaching me wrestling this week.
Okay. Well, we start off on SmackDown. Once again, it's on Friday night, so I don't watch it. So I went to the reports. Street Profits, they are number one contenders for the tag titles. And then so is DIY. The news report said both WWE tag titles, but I'm like, I don't know what
are they still playing off like the off-brand DX thing?
I'm not sure if they still are. Like, I didn't see their outfit or anything, but I was like, why is there two number one? Huh?
They went full-fledged like DX gear for a little bit, and because R-Truth kept calling Ciampa Triple H, he said whatever the other dude's name is was Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, they did. But there's that. Santos Escobar is your number one contender for the U.S. title. He defeated Andrade. I don't know what Andrade. Adidio beat him. And then at the end of the night.
Right?
Huh?
Charlotte Flair's husband?
Yes, Charlotte Flair's. Andrade Flair.
Yep. Andrade Flair. I think he should go by that. That might work for his character.
It might. But Roman Reigns showed up and destroyed the bloodline.
Sweet.
Well, initially destroyed, and then he got attacked from behind, and then they got the upper hand. But he came in, destroyed the Tongans, and then him and Solo squared off, whooped his butt, and then went to go get the Uba, the chili pepper necklace. I don't know what it's called.
Chili pepper necklace, yep. We tried to join our champion Ashton Adonis with LA.
We did. Right. We'll get there in a second. That's on Saturday. We're still Friday.
I know, but just it's fresh in my brain, and I love it.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, and then the Tongans beat him up. So that was your SmackDown Friday night.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Rampage or Collision because we were busy. We were busy with Singleton Wrestling's Summer Bash.
Yeah, and it was a blast. So much fun. Great show. Great new Diner Podcast champion. All is
with that. We'll just get into that.
Let's do it.
We'll run down the card. Sage Phillips, he won a triple threat match, defeated Austin Ryan and Juwan Thomas to become the #1 contender for the Diner Podcast Championship.
Yeah, which was relevant.
Whatever. Funk and Fresh, they defeated the team of Hidari and David Light.
That was your buddy.
Win. Yeah, when you get a big man like Hidari in there and Funk and Fresh got the dub, that was pretty impressive.
Funk and Fresh might be my new favorite tag team ever. I really enjoy everything they have going right now, and they're just awesome dudes too. I really enjoy them.
They're growing on my list too. I really like them. Women's match: Carter Kaufman defeated Stella Buho with a dirty pin. Had the tights.
I was really going for the Guardian Owl. I'm a big fan. I liked her a lot. She wears an owl mask, and then she had like armbands with the owl feathers on it, and she was really good.
Yeah, but Leela Feist showed up and said, Carter Kaufman does dirty stuff. I'm paraphrasing.
That sounds like an interesting promo.
Okay, well, she has dirty tactics where she cheats to win, like Eddie Guerrero.
Okay, there you go. You might want to specify that. You made
it classed up a little bit.
Yeah, there you
go. But now they have a match slated for Fall Fury: Leela Feist versus Carter Kaufman.
Oh, I have a picture of that. Hold on, don't go too fast. I have a picture of that.
There we go. There's your first match announcement for Singleton Wrestling Fall Fury.
And I believe tickets are on sale currently. So
I believe
go check it out. It's been an awesome show. And if you want to see what a little bit of the action looks like, I actually have a video queued up of how the show started this time.
Okay.
There were some fun things that happened. So here you go. It's a couple minutes long, so bear with us. But you'll be very entertained, I feel like. At least I was.
All right.
The last time I checked, they're on commentary, and I'm the guy running the show. So if you're going to ask for a postponement, these guys are kind of irrelevant. Are you cleared to compete tonight, yes or no? Yes. No. Evan, if you would please retrieve the Diner Podcast Championship as he... What the heck?
That I could do right now, but I'm just gonna wait till I'm medically cleared. But I promise you, payback's always something.
Without further ado, by forfeit, let me welcome your new Diner Podcast champion, Austin Adonis! You earned it, champ.
Now, wasn't that just wonderful? Unfortunately, that is the only footage we have from the show currently, so we do not get to see where Ashton went ahead after you sporadically went off and started screaming at the poor man. while he was just taking the title that he was given, but whatever. But then we still got to finish the night just like this with our champion, Ashton Adonis, holding the title, rightfully so. And you acknowledging our champion.
Well, he won. He had to earn it, though.
You did make him earn it.
That's the whole thing. Through this whole business venture, we haven't been handed shit. We've been given opportunities. We made the most of those opportunities. So I felt like our champion shouldn't be handed the freaking title. He should earn it.
Yeah,
and he did.
Enough.
He did.
I would like to address something else from that video.
What's that?
Mr. H called us irrelevant.
Yeah, that son of a biscuit eater, man. Like, why would he? I mean, I can understand him calling me that, but you?
Yeah, I thought we were on the same side and the same team here, and he looked right at me and called me irrelevant. I think Mr. H is getting a little testy with us. I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't like being called irrelevant. I feel like I'm a very important person. At least that's what my mom tells me. But
yeah, me too.
I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway, we'll bypass Mr. H. You get a hall pass right now. We'll deal with you later, brother. Maybe.
And then tag maneuver to hit Mr. H with.
Yeah, we'll do. Well, we practiced at the gym. That video will be released.
Oh yeah, we need to put that video out. We did work on a little 3D action.
Yes. But then we had the Diner Podcast Championship, the vacant Diner Podcast Championship. Ashton Adonis did get the victory over Sage Phillips to become the new champion. Not taking that away.
I believe he had his first title defense, but you call it whatever you want.
It was vacant. Vacant got the title, and then Ashton took it from vacant. So that was a good match, real good match. Sage Phillips, he had 2 matches in one night, and he still hung tough with Ashton Adonis. So when you got a top tier talent like Ashton Adonis, you got to be on your A game, and even your A game may not be good enough. But
yeah, you can't fight a match earlier in the night and have to face a man like Ashton Adonis. It's not going to work out in your favor, and unfortunately, Sage got to witness that at the end of the night.
Right, and that's how it is. I mean, that's what's best for business. Apparently, I'm just going whoever wins, whoever retains. That's what's best for business, because at the end of the day,
I like
you are
style.
the winners. Huh?
That's smart. I like your style. It's smart. It doesn't get you thrown over the top rope and your balls castrated. So, I mean, probably a wise move.
Well,
it worked because it's great. Sam's no longer our problem. He's out of the picture and out of our
On
way.
On a side note, we do wish Sam Knight a healthy, speedy recovery. Having some medical issues, he wasn't medically cleared to wrestle. That's why, hence, they had to vacate the title. But he should be back soon, and hopefully he can at least have another shot at the title, because you got to lose it. Now, whatever. Anyway, moving on.
Sam's out of our way. Why would we bring him back? That seems so silly.
That's what's the right thing to do. Got to do the right thing.
No, the right thing is get him out of there, and then now we don't have to deal with him anymore. It's awesome. It's like best case scenario.
Potato.
I just want to show you one more time. Look.
Okay. Yeah, I know. That's our champion. It looks good. It's a good-looking belt.
Awesome.
I think Ashton's going to do good business.
I do too. It has found its perfect home.
Okay. Well, I don't know about perfect, but it's found a good home. Anyway, moving on.
Right.
Logan Myers defeats Elijah Eros. And
great match.
I was worried, though, because Logan was pretty focused on Jake. He was, doing some of Jake's similar moves, the backbreaker and stuff like that.
Yep.
And he was
staring back into the back.
He was a little paying more attention to the back, but hey, he got the dub, and then cut a mean promo on Jake Owen.
I feel like it fired him up, because then he cut a wonderful, wonderful promo to Jake, letting him know how he felt about him, and it was glorious.
Very, very true. Very, very true. And then our main event, the Signal 10 Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Challenger, Josh Raymond. Champion, Jake Omen. Classic. Instant classic. It was
really,
a great
good match.
Great match.
It hard, and it was fun. So when that one comes out on YouTube, I assume here pretty soon, definitely check those out. It's a great card all up and down. And if you have not been to a show, go get your tickets now to the 28th show. It is so much fun. Bring your kids.
Yes. And that main event, it was hard hitting, and you didn't know who was going to win. Jake was pushed to the limit by Josh Raymond.
Yeah.
And
I thought multiple times thought we had a new champion, and Josh Raymond was going to be the new mainstay of
Yeah.
Singleton Wrestling. It was very, very good.
Yeah. But could Jake have been having Logan in the back of his mind, taking a little focus off of Josh?
Possibly. Logan was screaming at him. So I don't know how you don't let that affect you at least a little bit.
I don't know. But you know what? Jake Oman is the emperor once again for just a little bit longer.
Still your Singleton Wrestling champion.
That's right. That's right. Now we move to, let's go to Monday Night Raw. We're on Monday.
Okay.
Monday. The opening segment with Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. She lets me have tendies whenever I want. Lets me play video games whenever I want. All right. Dom may have made the right.
She lets him have what whenever he wants?
Tendies.
Okay. I thought you said she lets me have titties whenever I want. I was like, no. I mean, okay.
Chicken tendies. Get your mind out.
Well, maybe he gets titties, tendies, and video games.
Well, maybe he does. I don't know. I'm not. He does. I don't know. I think it was a wise move because I don't know if Rhea was making him tendies. So
no.
Rhea
seems like a very dominant type.
Yeah.
He was making
I know what that's like. I know what that's like. So
you have your own Rhea.
Yeah, I have my own Rhea. She's just Hispanic. And
Hispanic Rhea.
But I mean, I'm starting to like this Judgment Day, basically Civil War. You got the Tower, the Twins of Terror, and then the new Judgment Day or whatever they want to be called. And that one transition. Huh?
And Damian took on Carlito. Was that the other part of the Judgment Day on Raw?
Yes, I think he beat Carlito, or maybe by disqualification. I can't remember exactly, but I do remember at one point that Ray is cleaning house, Damian's cleaning house, and then they hug, and Dominic Mysterio, being the dumbass he is, jumps off the top rope to like do an axe handle or something. Damian catches him right there.
Oh, sweet.
And whatever he calls his choke slam. Boom. Done. Game. Or no, he attempted a move or something, caught him, threw it to Rhea. Rhea went for an outsider's edge, and Liv pulled him down, I guess. But JD McDonough got his head kicked off.
That's a big head. That must have been a big boot.
Probably wasn't that hard to hit. Anyway,
that's a big target to get.
Yeah,
put
moving
your foot into.
But
then this week, was it this week that Liv hit Rhea with the chair and threw it at her head? I just saw a quick clip of it. I don't know when it happened, but it looked nasty.
Possibly.
It was really hard to find clips on Twitter this week. I don't know why, but it was very, very difficult to find like what happened this week. So
I can barely navigate through Twitter, so word for it. But we roll on the main event. 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental title. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn.
Oh.
I'm not a big
that still going.
Yeah, I think that might have been the sailing ship because Braun Breaker wins. He wins 2 out of 3 matches, which myself personally, it's hard for me to stay focused on a 2 out of 3 falls match because I'm like doing laundry, or I was actually doing laundry while watching Raw, so I might have been like putting my unmentionables away or something. But
question.
Yes.
Do you feel like with most of it right now, it's becoming slightly monotonous where you don't feel like you have to tune in and pay attention every week? Because I feel like there for a while, I was like really in it, where every week I was either watching it live with the kids or I was watching it like afterwards. I was recording them every week, but I wanted to watch most of the segments. Some of them I'd get bored and I'd kind of skip ahead a little bit, but for the most part, I was pretty engaged. But recently, I feel like it's gotten slightly monotonous, where it's kind of the same stories. There's a couple things going that's cool, but it all just kind of runs together for these last couple weeks.
I personally believe it's like we're watching it recorded, because when we watch SummerSlam live, I was like locked in like almost the whole time.
Okay.
So I think just being recorded, like you're trying to stay off the internet, but it's nearly impossible these days. So you're going to see something about some sort of wrestling, and you're like,
break your phone. It's super simple.
I don't want to break my phone. I just got it. I don't want to break
Me too. I just got a new one. It's back.
Yeah, don't drop it.
Nope.
Maybe get like a industrial case.
I do have a case on it, but it didn't work last time, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'd get a different case then if that one didn't work. Get a new one.
think I just got a defective phone last time because I'm pretty positive what happened was I sat in a chair and it slid out of my pocket and fell onto the floor, and that was how it broke. And then it just had like this little black dot in the top right corner, and it just slowly took over my phone like the Black Plague.
Yeah, well, that happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Once my phones break, they're done. There's no like living with a broken phone. It's done.
No.
Just
I lived with the broken phone for a while, and then it got too broken, and then I had to send it back. Well, I didn't send it back for like a month, but then I eventually did it. Hindsight, after I sent it back, I'm pretty sure I got my phone back in like 2 days, so I could have had a phone like a month ago.
Well, you devil's advocate, you might have broken a new phone between then and now too. So
that's true. So maybe it just wasn't. I wasn't meant to have my phone yet because I would have broken it again. But anyway,
divine time.
We're
gonna jump to NXT now. Ethan Page and Joe Hendry had a small segment. Ethan Page is the NXT champion. It'd be cool to see Joe Hendry and him get a feud going, and maybe Joe Hendry become the NXT champion. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Some matches. Obafemi retains the NXT North American Championship against Otis. And then Axiom. Otis. I love Otis. I mean, shout out to Matt Torbert, the Otis doppelganger here in town. And then Axiom and Nathan Fraser retained their NXT tag titles against Andre Chase and Ridge Holland from Chase U. Which I was back on Rewind to Raw. They interviewed Pete Dunne, and he was talking about, when he got called up, he became Butch and this, that, and the other. And he goes, "Whatever happened to Ridge Holland?" And I go, "Yeah, whatever did happen to Ridge Holland. He's in NXT. I found him."
Okay. He just did. Yeah. He wasn't part of the Brawling Brutes that got called up. He has to stay down.
They sent him back down. Sorry, you didn't. You got demoted.
Was he the one that hurt Big E, or which one was that?
Yeah, no, that was him.
That's what I figured. That makes total sense then. Like when you take a guy out, when you like ruin a guy's career and he no longer can wrestle anymore. Accidents happen, but that looked pretty brutal.
Yeah, it did. But hey, he won, or no, he lost. I'm sorry. Now,
which I guess fairness, play devil's advocate for him. That may also have like crazy confidence issues now after you hurt somebody. He may have been really good and an accident happened, and then now he just has like really bad confidence issues. So
very true.
Shouldn't have judged, I suppose.
Yeah. Over on NWA Power. We had Tom Latimer, the national heavyweight champion. He defended against the Thrillbilly, Silas Mason. He won by DQ because the Southern Six got involved and did stupid stuff. But
sweet. I need to start watching that one.
What, NWA?
That was the one you were watching when I got to your house the other day, wasn't it? Yeah. I need to start watching that. That looked fun. It's
more old school, like style, but to me, it honestly reminds me of Signal 10, like that type of. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think you can kind of hear it when we're talking about it. I have more fun going to these independent shows and commentating and getting like talking about these shows and doing the storylines with this stuff than I do talking about the like bigger league stuff. Like it's just, I don't know. Like I said, there's just not that, like when the Bloodline story was going hard, I feel like it was almost must watch, but now they've hit this like summer lull where you're kind of in that in between where you can't really get started on the Rumble stuff yet. You're not quite to WrestleMania season, so you're not hitting your big feud. SummerSlam just finished, so they're kind of in that like almost like what baseball, like that dog days of summer where they're just kind of like chugging along, maintaining, and because obviously it's summer, people are out doing things. You're not getting the consistency of people sitting at home in the evening.
That's where basically, for me, I feel like the busy season for WWE anyway, Survivor Series to the WrestleMania, because it's cold, it's weather crappy, people are inside, but I could be dead wrong. I do know Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, that's peak, but I feel like it starts picking up at Survivor Series or right after. So
then they'll start picking up here soon, but I feel like it's gotten monotonous because they don't want to waste too many of the stuff coming up, and it's all that slow build. But I feel like they're just kind of tying up the loose ends with these stories, and because it's almost like I've noticed whenever I'm watching it or the weeks that I don't watch it, and I have to go back and look at the clips of what happened, or I'm on X, or I can't ever call it X. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, just stick to Twitter. I'm
never Twitter, but I can't then I'm texting you going, "Hey, did this happen again this week?" Or am I looking at the wrong clip where it's like And that's why I kept saying that with like the Wyatt 6 or the Dom Live stuff, they had to change it up a little bit, because if you miss a week, I was going back to try to find clips of it, or, I was rewatching it. I'm like, wait, am I watching the wrong one? I feel like this just happened. But it was like the same general stories over and over again. And it kind of makes you check out a little bit.
It does. And that, but like jumping to AEW, didn't watch. I don't know, for right now, whatever reason, I'm just not digging it. I'm not into it. I try to watch where I can, but I'm just sitting there like,
because you're not invested. There's no, there are stories. The Tony Storm, I feel like she's got a story going. They've got a couple. The Daniel Bryan, I think, progressed a little bit, where he's getting ready to like either make a title run with his last year or whatever he's doing, kind of thing. They have the MJF with his
I don't even like that.
Thing, but
it doesn't even like, I'm just like, ugh, like whatever.
I mean, I liked when MJF was like super heel, like where he didn't go on Twitter. He wasn't doing the like cutesy play. I liked when he was just going for the heat, and he just went hard at everyone. He wasn't on Twitter. Even if he was still in character, and he was talking shit. But then it was like when they did the stuff with Adam Cole, it made him like, people were like, oh shit, this guy's kind of funny. Like he's very likable. He's very entertaining. And him and Adam Cole were really good together. And I think it kind of diminished his being a heel, because now he kind of does like a hybrid of that, where he has that like smart ass, but people want to like him now. And he doesn't have that anger that people would get there for a while, because he was like legitimately pissing people off there for a while.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, ever since they did that second devil thing with Adam Cole, I'm just like, you just did that within the last year and a half, 2 years. It's like, are you running out of material already? I don't know. I'm just like, it kind of checked me out. And I just, plus with it not being on Hulu, I have to have Hulu Live. I can't watch it, so I have to go to like YouTube, where I watch mostly clips or mostly ads than the actual stuff.
Well, it's like, rather than just coming up with new ideas and angles, they just do a play on an old angle, or they do a play on a classic angle. Like they're just paying homage to it. And it's like, well, no, you're just like not being super creative. Like if you can put like essences of that in there along with your own story, then you but it just has to be real to you. Like pick out something that you don't like about that person, or pick out something that, like, even if you feuded with a friend, like in real life, that like, hey, what if we utilize this type of angle where like I had this real life fight with this person? What if we did a play on that and we utilize that for our story? Like that's like, to you're going to feel the emotions more. Like, I don't know why they don't do that stuff more. Just like open up and have that real life animosity, because you're going to feel that stuff. And then you get that realness where you do blur those lines. Like you could tell when like the Rock and Cody thing happened, like there was some real animosity there. They legitimately didn't like each other to an extent, whether they're never like, obviously they're going to play it up however they want to, but you're never going to really know how it all played out backstage. But you could almost feel that animosity there, where then they just rolled with it. They saw they had it. They're like, hey, unfortunately, this is the way the crowd's going, and we have a perfect opportunity to roll with this and make this turn into this thing where that's all they want, is the crowd to react. It doesn't matter how they're reacting. You just want that reaction. Just like you saw whenever Ashton came out on that video we played, the crowd's booing the hell out of him because they don't like him. And that's what you're going for. You want that good reaction. Oh,
absolutely. And that's where Ashton does have it. And that's why he's our guy. Let's go to Thursday. TNA Impact Wrestling. Let's see. The main event, Nick Nemeth, I better not say his name. I don't want to get sued.
Golf.
Yep. Versus Josh Alexander for the heavyweight title. It went to a 30-minute draw. Pretty good match overall. I was watching it this morning. It was pretty good.
That was set up the Iron Man match, right? At Battleground or Bound for Glory. I forget which one, what the pay-per-view
remember. I had it pulled up. Their next pay-per-view. We'll just go there.
Yeah. I just saw that it was like to set up an Iron Man match. So they're doing an hour.
Heck yeah. Well, I'll probably be doing laundry.
It was a weird day, though. It was like a Friday.
Yeah, they do. They do the off nights. Well, because I looked like that whole weekend. It seems like I think that's Bash at Berlin. I think TNA's pay per view, and I think All In is all like that one weekend.
Oh, so they're just gonna cram everything. That'll be a fun weekend of wrestling, though.
It will be. It will be. But
they wrestle end of August. Sorry,
I believe so. Yeah. And then so that was a great match. Matt Cardona, or Matt Qdoba, as Santino says.
That's hilarious.
They will be doing a 6-person tag team match next week on Impact. It'll be PCO, I think Rhino, and I can't think of the other person's name. Zaya Brookside. Gotcha.
Okay.
Versus Matt Qdoba and 2 other people. I don't know.
You said that was Santino that calls him that?
Yes, Santino is like the general manager there.
I love.
He wears
Santino.
a badge.
He was so funny.
He wears like a badge. He does. Then they're setting up Steve Macklin and Eric Young. I think that'll be a good feud. Steve Macklin, I think he's done some NXT work and then came over.
Okay.
He's pretty tough dude. And Eric Young, of course, is Eric Young.
Yep. He's getting kind of up there in age, though, isn't he? Eric Young's been around for a while.
Yeah, I'd say he's in his 40s. Oh.
Look
at Ric Flair. He wrestled till he was 74.
Fair point. There's so many dudes that go until they're 80, so fair enough. You can do it forever if you want. It just may not look. And
then Joe Hendry, Moose attacked his opponent, Santana, and then they end up having a match. The system gets involved. Joe Hendry comes out, and now they're setting up Joe Hendry, Santana, and the Hardy Boys versus the system. They're kind of getting that going and rolling. So that'll be interesting to watch. Anything with Joe Hendry right now is gold, just pure gold.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that. And then also last night, Ohio Valley Wrestling Rise, I believe, was their first show back since they remodeled their arena. Couple matches there. The Revolution, which consists of Dalton McKenzie, who's been on our platform, and AJZ. They defeated the Prime Jackson and Boy Toy Troy.
Did you say he tag team with Jay-Z?
AJZ.
Okay. I thought you said he tag team with Jay-Z. I was like, wow. All right.
J. Z. Oh, drop my mic. But so the Revolution, the Revolution is doing an invasion angle because in the main event, the Revolution was in the main event. It consisted of Crixus, EC3, and Tony Gunn, but they lost to the veteran Jack Vaughn, Cal Hero, and Luke Curtis.
All right.
But Doug Basham was a special guest referee.
Speaking of Jack Vaughn, did you see that our Diner Podcast champion's taking him on at White River?
Yes, I believe that in September 22nd.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find that picture while we're talking. But he is taking him on.
Taking him on. I think Ashton's going to get the dub on that one.
I think so, too. I think Ashton always gets the dub, but, might be a tad bit biased.
Looking forward, let's see here. Speaking of our champ, Saturday, Ashton Adonis will be going up to Revolution Championship Wrestling up in South Bend. He will be doing a 4-on-4 warfare match. He's teaming with the Lost Cause, Anthony Lee. Hey, that's your buddy.
Yep. He's the one that chucked me out of the ring in our intro.
Yeah. And then Alex Van Zant and Xander Bennett, they're going to take on Schwest and Funkin' Fresh, our buddies Funkin' Fresh. And then
Schwartz. This is a tough matchup for me. There's so many different things about this.
I know. That's that will be fun. I mean, your buddy Lost Cause Anthony Lee is you still have Vietnam flashbacks for that one?
Yeah. I don't like whenever his face pops up on the screen. It's kind of frightening to me. It makes me scared. And here's the graphic for our Diner Podcast champion, Ashton Adonis, goes up against Jack Vaughn.
All right. And then Sunday, we have Ashton he's traveling to Greenfield, Indiana. He'll be tag teaming up with Elijah Eros, and they'll be taking on Michael Elgin and Mark Haas. So our guy is going to be busy this weekend.
There he is.
If you live in the South Bend area or the Greenfield area, go check out Ashton Adonis. You will not be disappointed. He is what's best for business.
He is the Diner Podcast champion. He's fucking awesome.
He is best for business. Also, tomorrow night. We're on commentary again. We get to get our Texas on. Shout out to RJ's Formware. And we'll be at HCW Built to Last. 3 match announcements so far. Ace Perry takes on Christian Rose. Sage Phillips takes on Trick Davis. I'll let you get
slow down. I have the graphics.
Ace Perry versus Christian Rose.
There you go. All right, now you can go ahead.
Sage Phillips versus Trick Davis.
Good job.
And Clayton Clark takes on Jake Painter. That's where we're going to be this weekend. It's going to be a fun-filled wrestling event. It's at West Terre Haute Community Center. Tickets are still on sale. Come out, check it out, and
it's wild. It's so much fun. They put on a great show.
Wow! And right now, they have a vacant championship. Dale Patrick's relinquished his title after he beat Logan Myers, but Dale went on tour in Japan, and I believe he's still on tour over there. So he gave it up because he felt like the hybrid champion should be represented at all shows. So he just felt like it wasn't right.
What a stand-up fella.
Well, he was going to relinquish it, and then Logan Myers came in and started talking trash, so he whipped his ass and then relinquished the title.
When we learned he is the deathmatch jackass and also known as that motherfucker. No, we don't have to beep it. I get to use it once on this show. It's awesome.
Well, I was just beeping it anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, well. But so come on out. That's kind of what's going on up there. I believe the Hype will be in action, the HCW Tag Team Champions. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else on my list. I think that does it.
What do you want to tell our gold sponsors? Thank you, and then we'll wrap this one up.
I do. Thank you, gold sponsors, for letting us do what we do. Pappy's Barbecue. Meet, eat, repeat. Wabash Valley Plumbing. They lay pipe. That's our slogan. U.S. Lawns of Terre Haute. They mow grass. RJ's Formalwear. Wear seductive suits. ML Productions. They film movies. Stitch Brands. They embroider. Peak Performance Gym. No peak, no results. Wabash Valley Dalton Teen Challenge. Meeting you at the crossroads of addiction. Blue Anchor Roofing and Restoration. They fix stuff. Thank you, good sponsors.
I think we need to take off the actual slogans for them, and I'm going to put our slogan for every one of them on there. So we need to think of one for the couple that have real slogans. We're going to take them off and give our own slogans.
Okay, that works.
I like those way better. They make me laugh.
I like ours way better.
I like our slogans way better. It makes me laugh. So
yeah, they have Pappy's Barbecue. They have good meat.
Eat their meat.
So, but that's everything I got. We look forward to having a great weekend of wrestling at HCW. Come out, get your tickets, and then be sure to go check out these local shows when they pop up. That's the best bang for your buck. I'm going to say it right now. Get on my high horse. The WWE's cool, but you can go see the same kind of action.
$150 a ticket.
Yeah, or you can pay $15. Go to the local armory, gym, whatever, and go see these guys. They're in your face, hard hitting action. Then they have merch tables. You can go buy their merch. You can get pictures with them. When can you ever go get a picture with a WWE superstar at an event? I don't know when. I don't think that's ever happened. So take advantage of these because a lot of these guys have been in the WWE. They've been in AWA. I hope not. That makes them really old. AEW. But they've been in these big places, and now they're traveling the independents. I mean, the independents it's up and coming. It's big. It's not like it was in the 90s where it was like, oh, I'm in the independents. No, this is cool.
And it's not that because I feel like back in the day, you go to an independent show and it's like corny ass wrestling where it's like you can tell they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're not really hitting each other. They don't know how to do the moves. The stories suck. Like this is not that. These guys put on a hell of a show and they beat the shit out of each other for our entertainment. And it is wonderful. So please go support them. And if you do go support them, yell, boo, cheer, and have a great time. It's so much fun and everyone has a good time, especially when the crowd reacts.
Absolutely. So definitely hit that up. Hit up the local events. So with that, I'm out of here. Or keep pushing.
Bye.